Hello, everyone. This is Robert, and welcome to another live show of Command Your Confidence. And today, I want to talk to you guys about dealing with your fears of talking to women. Because if you're going to move forward with this in your life, you're going to have to learn to deal with your fears when they come up. Because if you don't learn how to deal with your fear will be holding you back from being able to even talk to a woman and just kind of move forward with that. So I'm going to just explain to you some of the common scenarios that come up, and I'll just give you some ways to kind of deal with that, and hopefully that will help you out. But before I go into the show, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel below. And remember, I do this show every Sunday around 12:30, 1 p.m. I was supposed to go at 12:30 live today at 12:30, but I had some work I had to take care of, so I'm sorry about that, guys. But I will be here every Sunday doing these short live streams. And while I'm on the live streams, feel free to chime in with your questions. And I'd like to help you out. And just be sure to get the notifications for this as I do the live streams and I post some videos as well. So today I want to talk to you about dealing with fear, because when you're just kind of getting out there and trying to become good with women, you don't have the experience, you don't have the mindset, you don't know what to do. You're dealing with a lot of BS that's just gonna like hold you back and keep you from taking action in life. So these are some of the common things that have come up for me, and I don't know if they've come up for you, but you want to realize, like, okay, what are some of the fears that are holding you back when you want to go talk to that girl that you see, whether you see her at a bar, club, supermarket, wherever. What is going through your mind? Is it like, do you think you're not good enough to talk to this woman? Do you think, like, the woman's going to be like weirded out if you go to approach her? So a lot of us, we tend to, like, kind of look into the future. We kind of, instead of, thinking about the best case scenario, we always think about the worst case scenario, about what could happen if we were going to approach women, a lady, I should say. So when you go into that with that mindset, if you have like a negative perception about how the outcome is going to be, if you're just constantly analyzing what it is you're going to say, what it is you're going to do, that's really going to help, hold you back from taking any action. And not this just doesn't happen with women, but like when you've wanted to take it like another, step in your life, growth in your life, maybe like doing your fitness, leaving your job, finding something new, your mind tends to have all conjure up all these worst case scenarios that will keep you from moving forward. And because you're just thinking about this bad thing could happen, that bad thing could happen, that's just going to really keep you from taking any action, because you're building that fear within by having all these negative thoughts and perceptions. So, what is the best way to deal with this? Well, I've been there myself, and I've had to learn to like deal with this and deal with this when it still comes up these days. But I just got to focus on having like a more positive experience. Focusing on, well, hey, it's not saying to myself, well, if I go talk to this girl, like she's gonna freak out, or if I, if I want to go after something I'm not gonna like think negative about it, the experience. I have to have like a positive perception and just stop like analyzing stuff, because when you overanalyze stuff, that's gonna really hold you back. And one of the things you can just do too, if you're constantly like analyzing stuff, is just go out there and take the action. Because the more you sit back and the more you just kind of don't take any action, and you're just kind of worrying about this thing happening and that thing happening, the worse your anxiety is going to get. You're going to not, because you're not taking the action right away and you're holding yourself back, you're going to build that tension. But if you can just go and break that tension, you can move forward and be able to like take that action that you want. And when you just got to be in the moment, because when you're in the moment and not like thinking about this and that, like, you're going to go out there, do what needs to be done, and say, if you get a good result, great. But if you don't, hey, you took the action. That's all that matters. But instead of just sitting back and just thinking about the worst case scenarios and not doing nothing, like that's going to be ridiculous. You're going to regret it. You just got to be able to go out there and take that action and not just overanalyze shit, because that's really going to hold you back. Another thing, like I think a lot of guys that keep them from just having fear of talking to women is because they're very inexperienced. They want to go talk to this girl, but they just don't know how to go about it. They see all this stuff on YouTube, and read all this stuff online, and that can really create like clusterfuck and everything. You just wouldn't know what to do because you're just absorbing so much information. And I think it's because of that. They'll go out there, they'll make an attempt to talk to someone, but when they kind of use that line or whatever it is they got from learned from that YouTuber, they're not going to be able to continue with the interaction. And because of that, I think they get discouraged and they just kind of give up, and it keeps them from like even trying. So what I kind of recommend is like, kind of set some goals for yourself. Okay, so say that you're not really experienced with talking with anyone. Just like go out there and just like set some goals, like even if they're small goals, just to kind of help you move forward with your interactions. So say think about like maybe your first goal, if you're just kind of new at talking to women, is just learn how to say hello. And then from there, maybe set another goal for yourself. Okay, say hello followed by a compliment, and then walk away. Then you set another goal for yourself, say hello followed by a compliment, and figure out like which like a type of question you can ask the lady to help build the rapport during the interaction. And what I realized too, when you can learn to ask those really deep questions and get the woman to open up, you can continue the interaction by responding to what she is saying, therefore keeping the interaction going. And so just try working on that. And then I wouldn't really focus 100%. I know we all want to get the numbers, we all want to get laid, I know, but just kind of focus on taking the small steps, go through the process, and that's really going to help you grow your social skills and gain that experience that you need. And then but I would always make it a goal too, no matter what, even if you have a small interaction, is to at least go for like a close or something. Just close, say get a number and then follow up later on and see what happens. But you can't get discouraged like if things don't work out the way you want. You got to realize that it's a process. Becoming social with women and good with women, it's a process. It's not an overnight success. You're still constantly learning things as you go on. So don't let that if something goes wrong, don't let that have like keep you from taking action or growing your anxiety, because you're better off like just taking small steps toward your goals and either succeeding and failing and then learning from them. And that is going to help you get the momentum that you need and the confidence that you need to have better interactions. So another thing I think is like causes guys to kind of fear women and talk to them is all this stuff they hear from their friends, they hear from on the media and stuff. And when they hear that stuff, even though they want to take the action, they just kind of think about what that person is saying. You can't talk to women these days. You can't approach a woman like in a grocery store. You can't talk to a girl in a club because she's with that guy. They won't want to be with you. So we tend to absorb so much bullshit that it fucking like keeps us from because I should say it helped it because of that we develop like a negative way of looking at things. And if you have that negative way of looking at things, it's really going to cloud your perception and judgment. So you can't let what other people tell you, all the negative stuff you hear in the media or from your friends about women, help keep you from taking action. Because if you let what other people say, if you absorb the information that other people are saying and you let that be a part of your mindset, that's just you're not going to get anywhere. And so you have to learn to develop like a better mindset. You got to learn to kind of filter out what you're going to allow and what you're going to believe and what you're not going to believe. And you got to kind of form like your own beliefs, because if you hear a bunch of negative shit and you kind of believe that, then it's going to keep you from taking the action that is necessary, to move forward in this area of your life. And one thing you really got to take into consideration too is learn to challenge some of the beliefs that you have about women, like, or about socializing with women. Because when you can challenge yourself and put yourself out there, you will see that all the negative bullshit that you're carrying in your mind was just like not real. You're just like kind of conjuring it up and believing that. So when you go challenge that, when you challenge yourself in the real world to, like, overcome some of these hurdles, mindsets, when it comes to talking with women, you're going to realize that, well, shit, I wasted all these years believing this and that about women, that I'm no good and everything. And look, I finally, like, challenged myself to do it, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And that will definitely prepare you guys to go out, like, next time, and help you be more confident to have an interaction with a woman when you're out there, when you can learn to challenge your beliefs and mindset. Because I believe a lot of that is what holds us back. We want to have this successful life. I mean, not just with women, but when we want to create, like, a successful life for ourselves in general, it all comes from the way you perceive yourself and other people. And when you have a negative perception about things like that, that's just going to hold you back. And you got to learn to challenge that, because if you don't challenge that, if you're going to be stuck in those same mindsets all the time, then you're just going to be getting nowhere. You're going to be sitting around and doing nothing. So you got to challenge, like, some of the negative beliefs that you have, or kind of reframe them and not believe that. Because the mind can really trick you. Like, if you don't have the right mindset and attitude about things, it's really going to hinder your growth. It's going to keep you from being stuck in the same situation that you're already in. So you have to learn to develop a better mindset, and you have to learn to have a more proactive mindset that will help you overcome the anxiety that you have when it comes to talking with women, or when it comes to taking action in other areas of your life. And once you can do that, you'll find that you'll be able to grow as an individual, and you'll find that you'll have more success when it comes to your dating life, and when it comes to just achieving some of the other goals that you develop for yourself to become successful. So that is very important. And finally, I'm just going to say, like always, when you have that, when you want to talk to that girl and you just feel that anxiety, building up in you, you just kind of have to accept that, yeah, okay, yeah, I am nervous, and just go out there and take the action. Because taking no action is, like, going to really keep you from not having the life that you want. So, but when you go out there and you take the action that is needed, and you challenge, you don't let your emotions hold you back, you'll be more confident in yourself, and you'll develop that, like, strength to, like, whenever you just feel nervous or tired, to go out there and take that action regardless. So challenge yourself to do that. So next time you want to go talk to a girl, and you're, like, feeling, like, nervous, challenge yourself to, like, no matter how afraid you are or nervous you are, just do it anyways, and just continue to do that for a while, because the more you do that, that'll become a positive habit, and you'll realize it's really not as bad. So and the fact that you actually went out there and took the action that was necessary to help you towards your goal, it's really going to make you be more confident in yourself, because you actually are taking action on what you set out to achieve, rather than when you don't take any action, you kind of, like, you feel you're still stuck in the same area, in the same frame of mind. But, like, when you do take that action, you're just going to learn how to, pivot through all that anxiety when that shows up. So there you go, guys. There are some simple strategies to deal with fear when it comes to talking to women. I hope this really helped you out. And if you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And I will be back. I'm going to be taking a break for a week, so I'll be back, like, in the second week of September, with another short live show, and another few live shows with some other YouTubers. So I definitely look forward to that. And I'm going to be posting a video sometime this week as well, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, guys, I look forward to, like, doing the stream again. And remember, I'll do these streams every Sunday around 12:30 or 1 o'clock. And yeah, definitely feel free to hop on, listen in, just chime in with your 10 cents and everything. And I will definitely try my best to help you out. Until next time, take control, take charge, and command your confidence. Talk to you guys later.